We ask that all spectators utilize the doors at the north end of the gym, the same doors that led into the main hallway of the facility. Please take a moment to look around for the nearest available route to these exits. The CCAA CCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators request for cooperation by supporting the participants and officials.
Golden Eagles basketball is on the air. Live from University Gym on the campus of Cal State LA. Tonight, the Cal State LA Golden Eagles take on the Chico State Wildcats in a very big CCAA doubleheader. Michael Nemitz, very happy to be here with you at University Gym on this Thursday night as you picked the right night to watch Cal State LA women's and men's basketball, as the Golden Eagles have two very big games tonight. The women are first. The men will get underway around 7:30 is scheduled, but we'll see. It depends on when the women's game ends. But the women's teams are out there warming up, ready to go. So let's get you set up for this huge, big matchup tonight, and then get to the starting lines before we pause for the national anthem. Well, tonight is Cal State LA's last chance during the regular season to get a victory against a regionally ranked opponent and improve their dwindling chances of getting an at-large berth into the NCAA tournament. A win would also allow the Golden Eagles to take one giant step toward finally clinching a spot in the CCAA conference tournament. This game also carries added significance because as it stands right now, these two teams would face each other again in the first round of the conference tournament, and Cal State LA wants to show that they are capable of beating Chico State. When we last saw the Golden Eagles here, they had just finished a surprising and disappointing three-game losing streak that put their spot in the conference tournament in jeopardy. But last weekend, they had a big bounce back, picking up 2 wins against the conference's bottom 2 teams. But it didn't happen without a lot of drama. After dispatching fairly easily of last-place Cal State Monterey Bay, Cal State LA faced a near disaster against 11th place Stanislaus State. Down by 7 with under a minute to go, they staged an incredible comeback to tie it and send it into overtime. But unlike in the Cal State San Bernardino game earlier this year, they actually finished the job this time, outscoring the Warriors 13-9 in overtime and winning 84-80. The win put them 2 games above the cut line for the conference tournament and gave them a chance to clinch a spot as soon as Saturday. But first, they need to play a lot better than they have in the past few weeks in order to prove that they can defeat an opponent of the quality of Chico State, because that's the level of quality opponents that they will see if they make the conference tournament. So certainly a big measuring stick game, but a lot more than that tonight. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. As for their opponent tonight, well, Chico State doesn't have to worry about being in the conference tournament. Their win over San Francisco State last week clinched the Wildcats' spot for a 4th consecutive season. But that doesn't mean this game doesn't still have tons of meaning for Chico State. After a bad loss to Cal State East Bay last Saturday, they're just trying to hang on to an at-large bid into the NCAA tournament. The Wildcats are number 7 in this week's edition of the unofficial regional rankings. I'll have more information, by the way, about the official regional rankings here in a little bit to let you know what's going on. But despite losing 3 starters from last season's 21-win team, all head coach Brian Fogel did was reload with 4 transfers and 1 freshman to go along with 7 key returning players. And it really helps that his team has been blessed with uncanny good health, perhaps unlike any other team in the conference. All 5 starters have started every game, and 9 players in total have played in all 24 games. The strength of this season's team is their dynamic offense, which Cal State LA found out firsthand during the team's first meeting on January 25th. The Wildcats lead the conference, shooting 44% from the field, 36.7% from deep, and 73% from the charity stripe. And their 75.5 points per game are second in the conference. So the Golden Eagles' strong defense will really be tested tonight, and they need to greatly improve from the first meeting when they allowed 76 points, which was a season high for a regulation game, in a 76-62 loss. We will see if some home cooking will allow Cal State LA to turn this game into much more of a defensive battle than that first game was. Let me get you the starting lineups here first before I tell you about the, if I have time, the regional implication of tonight's game, which makes tonight's game much bigger than it already was. First for the visitors from Chico State, they start 3 guards and 2 forwards. As I said, they've started the same 5 starters in every single game this year, so it's no mystery who they're starting. At 1 guard spot, number 3, Jordan Allred, 5'9" senior from Danville, transfer from University of Idaho. Allred averaging 13.5 points, not 30, 13.5 points per game, which is 10th in the conference, and her 7 rebounds per game is 8th in the conference. She also averages 4 assists per game, which is 3rd in the conference, And if that's not enough, she averages 1.7 steals per game, or pardon me, threes per game, threes per game, which is 8th in the conference. So she does everything for Chico State. At the other guard spot is number 11, Sierra Mahalik, 5'5" senior from Santa Rosa, a transfer from Cal State Monterey Bay. So she's been in here before with the Otters when they played Cal State LA. She averages 6.7 points and 3.1 assists, which is 8th in the conference. At the other guard spot, number 20, Jaden Clifton, 5'7" senior from Crescent City. She's a transfer from Academy of Art. She also played at Cal Poly Humboldt in the 2021-22 season. She's averaging just over 9 points per game, and she shoots 41.5% from three-point range, another excellent three-point shooter. At the forward spot, number 30, Meadow Aragon, 5'11" senior from Nevada City, transfer from Western Oregon. Aragon averaging 15 points per game, which is 6th in the conference, and her 7.6 rebounds is also 6th in the conference. And she shoots 57.5% from the field, which is 2nd in the conference. The two players to watch for Chico State are their two frontline players. Those are the two leading scorers, because the other frontline player, number 32, Mackenzie Laporte, 5'10" senior from Salinas, averaging about 16 points a game, which is 4th in the conference. She's shooting 50% from the field, which is 5th in the conference, and her almost 81% free throw shooting is 2nd in the conference. Also shoots 44.5% from long range. She was 2nd team all CCAA last year, and she's also on the Chico State golf team, which is very interesting. She's a good golfer as well. As I mentioned, Brian Fogel, the head coach, in his 17th year, record of 246 and 169 in charge. So for Cal State LA, they have a welcome return to the starting lineup that they had on the road trip. So they're back to, they start, of course, 3 guards, 2 forwards. And the returning player, number 25, Sophia Fidelis, the 5'5" sophomore from Pittsburgh. Fidelis returned to the lineup in the last game against Stanislaus State. She had 3 points in that game. Only played 16 minutes. It was 1 for 5 shooting. She missed the previous 3 games. So we'll see how many minutes she gets tonight as a big addition back for Cal State LA. Rania Jackson was starting in her place. She'll come off the bench now. At the other guard spot, number 24, Nevaeh Asiasi, 5'8" junior from Pittsburgh. Asiasi had 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists against Cal State Monterey Bay. She followed that up, 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, and played 40 minutes against Stanislaus State. At the other guard spot, number 11, of course, Lily Buggs, 5'9" senior from Long Beach. What a road trip Buggs had. She had a season high 32 points, including 19 points in the 4th quarter and overtime. She carried the Golden Eagles offense against Stanislaus State. She was 10 of 22 from the field, 5 of 9 from three-point range, and 7 of 11 from the line. She was the reason why the Golden Eagles even had a chance to make that comeback, and they won the game in overtime. She had 19 points and 4 assists against Cal State Monterey Bay as well. At the forward spot, number 23, Olivia Hodges, 6'1" junior from Pasadena. Hodges had 10 points and 19 big rebounds against Stanislaus State. She had 13 points and 8 rebounds against Cal State Monterey Bay. By the way, that 19 rebound game, her 4th game this year of 19 or more rebounds. Incredible. The conference's leading rebounder. At the other forward spot, number 42, Amaya Fuentes, 6'4" junior from Ventura. Fuentes had 19 points and 2 blocks against Cal State Monterey Bay. She followed that up with 14 points. She was only 4 of 15 shooting, but she had the big game-time three-pointer with 19 seconds left to send that game into overtime. Deja vu of what she did against Cal State San Bernardino when she tied that game at the buzzer to send that in overtime earlier this year. Of course, Trino Johnson in his 6th year record of 78 and 60, and his assistants over there on the bench as well. We're going to have the national anthem here pretty quick. I wanted to mention the official regional rankings finally came out yesterday. And what they do the first week, they don't rank the teams. They just give the 10 teams under consideration. And it was a big surprise. It really changes how this game looks now. Cal State LA, who was really 12th in the unofficial regional rankings, came in as one of the 10 teams listed in the official regional rankings. So that puts them in the mix for the postseason. That's great news. But Chico State, who was number 7 in the unofficial rankings, are not listed among the 10 teams under consideration. A big surprise. So Chico State really has more on the line in this game than Cal State LA. They've got to win to get in that 10 teams listed. Cal State LA is already listed. They don't want to be replaced by Chico State. So that makes this game tonight gigantic. Golden Eagles need to beat Chico State to really stay in that 10 teams under consideration. So anyway, I'll talk about that later. We've got to pause for the national anthem. I'll be back for Cal State LA versus Chico State here on Flow Sports. So be back after the national anthem. Michael Nemitz back here at University Gym as we get you set for this huge contest between Cal State LA and Chico State. As the Golden Eagles, as I said, this game taking on even more significance with Golden Eagles being listed among the 10 teams in the official regional rankings. By the way, next Wednesday should be when they will have the teams actually ranked for the first time, so we'll know where Cal State LA stands, and if there's any chance they could even be in the top 8. Right now, they're obviously in the top 10 because they're one of the 10 teams listed. As I said, Chico State, even though they're number 7 in what was the unofficial regional rankings all season long, were not listed. One of the 2 teams in the unofficial regional rankings among the 12 that were not listed among those 10 teams under consideration. So obviously the Golden Eagles non-conference wins over Azusa Pacific and Central Washington, the reason why they got the nod over Chico State. And as I said, if Chico State wins tonight, that would certainly give the committee a lot of reason to have them leapfrog Cal State LA and put them among the 10 teams and leave Cal State LA out. That's why this is a huge game. As I said, the Cal Poly Pomona game was really big a couple weeks ago. Golden Eagles had that 6-point lead with a minute and a half left that they let get away. Quite frankly, won a game lost a game they absolutely should have won. But tonight they certainly proved in that Cal Poly Pomona game that they can beat a team of that caliber, as they had Cal Poly Pomona beat and let them off the hook. So tonight they want to play that well and beat Chico State and get that big win. Golden Eagles are tied for 5th with Sonoma State, by the way, in the conference standings. I said they can clinch a conference tournament spot on Saturday. No matter what happens tonight, they could do that by beating Cal Poly Humboldt on Saturday. Cal Poly Humboldt is 2 games behind Cal State LA in the standings. They could do that and then have both Cal State East Bay and San Francisco State lose one more time in their regular season games, and that should be enough to have Cal State LA clinch a spot in the conference tournament. Cal State East Bay and San Francisco State, by the way, could lose those games tonight. They have 2 very tough games. They're at Cal State San Bernardino and at Cal Poly Pomona, so 2 very tough games for Cal State East Bay and San Francisco State. I'll get you scores of those other games at halftime. But Cal State LA, by the way, Cal Poly Humboldt also has a very tough game tonight. Obviously, they're playing at Cal State Dominguez Hills, the big gorilla on top of the mountain that has not lost this year and is now number 2 in the country. And it's not looking like they're going to lose anytime soon. So if Cal Poly Humboldt does drop that game, Cal State LA could go 3 games ahead of Cal Poly Humboldt with a win tonight. By the way, the Golden Eagles would lose a tiebreaker against Sonoma State if those teams ended the regular season tied. So technically, the Golden Eagles are in 6th place right now, even though they're tied for 5th. That's why I said that they would play Chico State if the season ended today, because Chico State's in 3rd place. That's because Sonoma State beat Cal State San Bernardino this year. Obviously, Cal State LA is not. So the tiebreaker, because both teams, Cal State LA and Sonoma State, split their season series, the next tiebreaker is what teams in the conference you've beaten, what top teams you've beaten. And if Cal State LA beat Chico State tonight, Sonoma State's already beaten Chico State, so that would cancel each other out. And the next team down would be Cal State San Bernardino. And as I said, Sonoma State beat Cal State San Bernardino this year, and Cal State LA obviously lost both games to the Coyotes this year. Hope I didn't confuse you there, but that is why Sonoma State would win that tiebreaker if they're tied at the end of the season. So Cal State LA would have to finish ahead of Sonoma State in order to finish in 5th place. The Golden Eagles still have a chance at 4th, but they are 2 games behind Cal State San Bernardino, 1 game behind Cal State San Bernardino. And as you know, they have already lost the tiebreaker to Cal State San Bernardino, losing both times this year. So they would have to finish ahead of Cal State San Bernardino at the end of the regular season. So definitely still a chance to finish 4th, but it would be tough, as Cal State San Bernardino has a nice schedule at the end. They play Cal State East Bay and San Francisco State this weekend at home. Then they finish at Cal State San Marcos, and I believe to finish the year. And Sonoma State, which is a tough game, but that's certainly a schedule that could favor Cal State San Bernardino. But the Golden Eagles could finish as high as 4th. Chico State looks pretty secure in their spot number 3. They're 2 games ahead of Cal State San Bernardino, and they're 2 games behind Cal Poly Pomona. So it's looking like, unless something changes, which it could, Chico State will probably finish in 3rd, and they won't get that first-round bye. The top 2 teams get a first-round bye in the conference tournament. It looks like Chico State will just finish outside of that and play in the first round on that first Thursday. As we're about ready to get underway, we're underway. The Wildcats win the tip. Golden Eagles in their white uniforms with gold numbers. Chico State in their dark uniforms with maroon numbers. Hope you enjoy this one wherever you're watching or listening to Flow Sports, as right away, Allred goes to the basket and lays it up and in. So Allred with the basket, and that gives Chico State the first points of the game. And that makes it 2-0 as in the front court, the Wildcats have it. Now kicking it out is Allred in the corner. Three-pointer open, that's off the heel, no good. That shot was put up by Clifton, and we have a foul inside. He's getting the offensive rebound. Going in was Aragon, and I believe she was fouled by Maya Fuentes. So that would be the first foul on Fuentes. So going to the line and rolling in the free throw is Aragon. As I said, the free throw line, not a place you want to send Chico State. They are 73% on the year, as I mentioned, leading the conference, as that went up and good. In fact, Aragon, 70% free throw shooter, so almost right on that average, as she knocks down both free throws, and it is a quick 4-0 Chico State lead. Here's to see how Cal State LA comes out intensity-wise to start this game. As a running 10-footer is good by Lily Buggs. So Lily Buggs, who has really been on a roll last couple weeks, she is on a big scoring binge, gets the first basket there, as left wide open for three and knocking it down. Up straight away is Laporte. That's a mistake defensively. As I said, Laporte, an outstanding three-point shooter, as I mentioned in the open, 44.7% from long range. She makes it 7-2 as Buggs kicks it out, and Hodges somehow got that. And Asiasi traveled. Indecision there as she second-guessed herself on the shot. And that gives it back to Chico State. As I said, Chico State, the number one team in three-point percentage as well, 36.7%. Laporte hitting that one. Now Allred kicks over in the corner, Laporte, and she stepped out of bounds as she shuffled her feet backwards and touched the end line. Of course, I mentioned those unofficial regional rankings. Cal State LA was actually 12th in those rankings this week, as they had just one single vote and was 12th, while Chico State was 7th, but that doesn't matter with the official regional rankings, all that count. As an offensive foul there, on Fuentes, that's a big call. As Fuentes, they say shoved off. So that's the second foul on Fuentes. Just not even 2 minutes in this game. She'll have to come out. Mary Cotton will have to come in. So that's a big early loss for Cal State LA. So Cotton in there, the 5'11" junior from Lathrop. Of course, one thing the Golden Eagles very much want to avoid, that there was a huge issue against Cal Poly Pomona, is the foul trouble. As a traveling violation there. Nice job double teaming on Aragon. She traveled. You may remember in that game, both Fuentes and Lily Buggs ended up with 4 fouls early in the third quarter, and they had to sit down for quite a while, and that hampered the Golden Eagles offense and really cost them. Although their defense kept them in the game against the Broncos, they still were in position to win, even with that foul trouble to 2 of their stars. They want to absolutely avoid that tonight. As Cotton wide open on the wing for 3. She knocks it down. So Mary Cotton off the nice feed from Lily Buggs. Knocks down the 3, makes it 7-5. Now Allred goes all the way. Missed the layup short. Cotton with the rebound up ahead to Asiasi. Asiasi trying to beat the Wildcats defense down the court. But Chico State gets back underneath the Hodges. Hodges now double team, puts it up, no good. Gets the ball, puts it up and puts it in. So Hodges got her own air ball. Gets her first basket. In case you're wondering, in college basketball, something I should have known earlier, I learned recently, it is legal to get your own air ball. In the NBA, it's not. That would be traveling, but in college you can do that. As Cotton pulls up from 16, no good. And the rebound off. Here come the Wildcats the other way. Not at 7, over 3 minutes in. Laporte left open for 3 again, big mistake. She knocks it down in transition. So Laporte, 2 quick threes, and the Wildcats regain the lead 10-7 as we have a good fast pace here to this first 3.5 minutes. Paying no attention to the score clock there at center court. The ones on the ends here are the ones that are counting the time down. As Cotton pulls up for a wing 3, and she knocks it down. So Mary Cotton matching Laporte, 3 for 3, and we are not at 10-10. 6:15 remaining in the first quarter. As in the front court comes Mahalik. Now Allred driving on Bugs. And Bugs gets run over, an offensive foul. Nice job by Bugs to get in front of Allred. And she drew the charge. First foul on Allred. First team foul on Chico State. So the turnover gives it back to Cal State LA. So now Asiasi in the front court. Gets it over to Fidelis. Fidelis, let's see if she can get open from outside. Driving inside instead. Fidelis crossover, nice crossover. Pull up 14-footer, no good. High for the rebound. Hodges wrestles it away. Knocks it off Allred out of bounds. Another great offensive rebound for Olivia Hodges. Stay with Cal State LA. Of course, Hodges still averaging 10.7 rebounds per game. Just outside the top 15 in the nation. Leads the conference. As that went into Bugs. Now Bugs driving baseline. Gets cut off by Allred. Now out to Hodges. Fidelis, no hesitation. Pull up three off the heel. Mary Cotton tried for the rebound, but it goes off instead to Mahalik, looking to push quickly. Gets it to Allred. Wildcats looking to get up in transition and beat Cal State LA's defense down the court. That's an obvious game plan from Brian Fogel. That one knocked away. Asiasi kept it in bounds, then came back in all the way to the basket. Oh, blows the layup, but Cotton puts it up and puts it in. So Asiasi with the steal. Got all the way down, missed the layup. Cotton with the good follow. Give the Golden Eagles their first lead of the game. And inside, Hodges fouls Aragon. And that'll send Aragon to the line to shoot two with 5:04 remaining. First foul on Hodges. Third team foul on Cal State LA. So Brian Fogel talking with his team as Aragon at the free throw line. Aragon, who just made two free throws a few minutes ago, as I mentioned, a 70% free throw shooter, makes that one. Make it 12-11. And Aragon makes both of them. Aragon, by the way, second in the conference with 1.3 blocks per game. So she does it defensively for Chico State as well. Fidelis into Cotton. Over halfway through this first quarter. Pull up 12-footer is good. So Mary Cotton is really on a roll. Start this game. She is up to 10 points. She got 10 of the Golden Eagles' 14 points. And it is 14-12 Cal State LA. So she's more than picked up the slack for the loss of Fuentes to foul trouble. Now Laporte gets cut off, gets it out. And a wing three-pointer, that is good. Knocked in there by Clifton. So Clifton gives the Wildcats back the lead as we go back and forth on the seesaw. Clifton, a 41.5% three-point shooter, as I mentioned. That's her 33rd make of the year. As that shot missed, here come the Wildcats down the court. Mahalik gets over to Laporte, who's screaming for it. Now driving on Cotton, gets over Allred in the corner for three. That's long, and the rebound goes off to Bugs. Bugs looking ahead, can't find anyone. Now gets up ahead to Asiasi. Oh, she took her eye off the ball and lost it out of bounds. Unforced turnover. We'll give it back to the Wildcats when we come back from this media timeout. 3:56 remaining in this first quarter. Great fast pace to this game to start. Cal State LA trailing Chico State 15-14. This is Cal State LA women's basketball here on Flow Sports. Michael Nemitz back here at University Gym. Cal State LA trailing 15-14 to Chico State. I mentioned the Golden Eagles' two wins last weekend. Of course, against Cal State Monterey Bay, they had a big start. They led 25-13 after the first quarter. They shot 61% for that game and were able to hold off the Otters go to victory. Against Stanislaus State, though, it was very different. They were down those 7 points in the final minute, but three straight steals led to the comeback. And Amaya Fuentes hit a game-tying three with 19 seconds left to send it to overtime. And then Ronier Jackson hit the biggest shot of the game, a game-winning three-pointer with 38 seconds left in overtime to win it. So that's how Cal State LA swept the weekend. Very fortunate to do so, and got back into a tie for fifth coming to this game. As underneath, Allred gets the pass shot rejected by Hodges. So Hodges recovered nicely to get to that one. And here comes Cal State LA, and Bugs in the front court looking to regain the lead. And she gets that one deflected, goes into Hodges. Hodges bodies off the defender, Allred, but she misses it off the glass. Rebound to the Wildcats. Now looking to push it all the way. Mahalik gets cut off, kicks it out, pull up, running 18-footer, rolls around and out by Aragon. I don't know how that didn't go in. Rolled halfway around and came out. Bugs coming the other way. Now Bugs around a screen by Hodges, all the way running 5-footer, it rolls in. So Bugs takes the contact, still puts it in. Her second basket gives Cal State LA back the lead, 16-15. That one up and good, three-pointer. So Laporte again with another three, or third of the quarter. And she's got three of the 4 threes for the Wildcats as they are back up 18-16. Now Fidelis all the way. Missed the little left-handed runner. Now Mahalik, Allred on the run, puts it up and puts it in as she sliced through the defense. So Allred with her second basket. And Chico State doing a good job of getting down quickly in transition, beating the Golden Eagles down before they can set up their defense. 20-16, you can see why they're the top scoring team in the conference as they get it and go down quickly. Now Cotton, who's had the hot hand in the first quarter, dumps in low to Hodges, double team. Shot rejected by Laporte. And then trying to get it back, Ronier Jackson commits the foul. Ronier Jackson just in the game. So Jackson, that's the 14th foul. Jackson, 5'10" sophomore from Los Angeles. As Chico State will have a couple of players come in, sub as well. As number 23, Ashley Barr, will come in for the Wildcats. The 6'2" senior from Santa Rosa. So also out there, number 21, Kayla Wu. So Wu, the 5'6" sophomore from La Palma. As now Allred with it, guarded by Asiasi. Kicks in the corner, Wu. Driving on Jackson, kicks to the Laporte. They finally chase her off the three-point line, but she drives in, hits the little 5-foot runner. So Laporte up to 11 points in the quarter, and it's up to a 6-point Chico State lead. As Asiasi, driving inside, stumbles, gets it back in the corner, gets it out to Fidelis, looking inside to Cotton. They get it to her one-on-one. Cotton now double, triple team, and she is fouled on the reach-in. Think they're going to get Clifton on that reach-in. And they actually get Wu. So that's first foul on Wu. And a second team foul on the Wildcats. As Jackson will come out, and coming in is Kira Walter, making her first appearance. Walter, 5'6" freshman from Oceanside, in for the Golden Eagles. So let's see if she can get some offense going here. 1:16 remaining in the quarter. Coming in for Chico State, Gianna Cresswell. So Cresswell, the 5'10" junior from Vacaville, in as well as a three-pointer by Fidelis is wide left. And the rebound off the Wildcats with a 6-point lead. So they are on a run after Cal State LA had a lead. Wildcats scored the last 7 points. Now in the front court comes Wu. Gets it over to Cresswell in low. Now driving inside, Laporte gets bumped, puts it in. And the foul. That is Laporte. So Laporte continues her big quarter. And she'll go to the free throw line, looking to put the Wildcats up by 9. And she does with the free throw. So big first quarter for Laporte. She's got more than half of the Wildcats' points. 13 to be exact. As a pull-up fallback, 15-footer is good by Fidelis. So Fidelis with that jumper finally breaks the run by Chico State. That was a 10-0 run Wildcats had before that jumper by Fidelis. Cuts the deficit to 7. As Now down to 30 seconds. About an 8-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Wu looking to Laporte, gets it instead to Clifton. Now over, now in low. Knocked away and stolen. Nice job there by Cotton to reach in. Here comes Fidelis the other way, 3-on-2. In the corner, Walter pulls up for a corner three. She knocks it down. Big three there by Kira Walter. Her first basket. So the Golden Eagles get one in transition. Still 6 seconds left. Now the front court comes Wu with three. In the corner with one to beat the clock. Clifton, 18-footer is short. And that ends the quarter. That was Cresswell, actually, pardon me. So Cresswell misses the jumper. Cal State LA with a good end of the quarter. They score 5 straight. And they pull within 25-21 after the first quarter. So an offensive showcase so far. We'll see if it continues in the quarter number 2. I'll be back in a minute with that here on Flow Sports. Michael Nimitz back here at University Gym. Cal State LA trailing 25-21. I mentioned the Golden Eagles are in a battle for positioning with other teams around them in the conference. Give you an idea of the remaining schedule. Cal State LA, of course, plays Cal Poly Humboldt on Saturday. Then next week they finish the regular season at Cal State East Bay and at San Francisco State. As for the team, they're tied with Sonoma State. They play Cal State Monterey Bay and Stanislaus State at home this weekend. Then they finish at Chico State and at Cal Poly Humboldt. These same two teams that the Golden Eagles are facing. So a very tough finish for Sonoma State as Fidelis pulls up from 8. Oh, missed the jumper. She got herself wide open. As in the front court come the Wildcats. Now that one dumped in low. Underneath shot, no good. So Aragon rushed that one. And rebound off to Cotton. Lily Bugs Fidelis out there. And a three-pointer by Fidelis, no good, no hesitation. Asiasi as well, along with Kara Walter. As nobody stopping the ball. Pull-up 10-footer is no good. But the rebound goes to the Wildcats. That first shot was by Clifton. Now kicked out, looking to spin and drive. Mahalik pulls her way in and draws the foul. Shot no good. Foul on Lily Bugs, who can't believe the call. That's her first foul. Of course, a key for Cal State LA is to keep Lily Bugs out of foul trouble. That free throw is good. So that's actually the second foul on Lily Bugs. So that's a big call. As the first free throw is good, the second free throw no good by Aragon. So that makes it 26-21. Chico State with the 5-point lead. So Torino Johnson keeping Bugs out there with the 2 fouls. She gets the ball now. Guarded by Cresswell. Gets it back to Asiasi. Now Walter on the drive. Nice pass underneath, but it's knocked away. Walter gets it back. Tried to throw it out, but it's thrown away. And here come the Wildcats off the turnover. As Mahalik in the front court, Cal State having to quickly get back. Underneath to Aragon, who catches over 2 defenders, blows the layup. And Bugs gets the rebound. Break there for Cal State LA. 3 defenders are back. Bugs doesn't care as she goes in and she traveled. So Bugs tried to force it there and commits the turnover. As Olivia Hodges, along with Ronnie Jackson, coming in the game. Mary Cotton will sit down, as will Asiasi. So Bugs will stay in the game. I mentioned Bugs has been on an incredible roll as of late offensively. She's had 114 points her last 6 games. That's an average of 19 points per game. As that shot missed, and a second attempt missed as well. Tell you a little bit more about that later. As Fidelis in the front court. This game is going back and forth. No catching her breath here is Fidelis off the glass and in. Nice shot there. Second basket for Fidelis makes it 26-23 as that one knocked away by Bugs. She's got to be careful though. As inside that one put up and in. Basket counts. Foul on Ronye Jackson. So Clifton gets the basket. And Jackson picks up her second foul. As Asiasi will come in for Walter. So 7:51 remaining in this first half. And Clifton can make it a 6-point game with the free throw, and she does. So Clifton up to 6 points. Clifton, by the way, a 74% free throw shooter. As now Jackson out there with 2 fouls along with Bugs. Bugs will just pull up straight over for 3. That one, boy, got a bounce, didn't go in. Rebound goes off, and it's fumbled out of bounds. So Barr couldn't hold on to it. Break there for Cal State LA as they'll get it back with a fresh 30. As Asiasi will inbound it right in front of the Chico State bench. As quickly Fidelis for 3, knocks it down right off the inbound. She got it right away from Asiasi and didn't hesitate. Her first 3 of the game, 8 points for her, down to a 3-point deficit. As quickly the other way, that one up and in on the answer by Clifton. She lets out a yell, and she'll go to the line for the 3-point play. So I believe that foul was on Hodges. That'd be her second. As Clifton going to the free throw line. And she rattles in the free throw. So now the other way come the Wildcats. Up by 6. Wide open the corner. Ronye Jackson. That's long. You can see it from here. That one not close in the corner. Rebound off the Wildcats. And oh, that looked like an illegal dribble almost by Oregon. Now in low. Oh, that's an offensive foul. As Barr accidentally had her arm come up and caught Lily Bugs in the face. Dangerous play there. Bugs looks okay. First foul on Barr. So that last Cal State late foul, by the way, was on Nevaeh Asiasi. Her first foul, as the Golden Eagles looking to bring it up and cut into this 6-point deficit. As I said, their defense really being tested by this up-tempo, high-paced Chico State offense in this first half, especially the transition defense. Asiasi crossover dribble, loses the ball. Bugs gets it and will put it up in the corner for 3, no good. And the rebound off to the Wildcats. As quickly clipped into the front court. Gets it off. Now gets it back. Gets it over and inside. Whip cross court, dangerous pass. Somehow got through. As nice bounce pass underneath, but the layup missed. So not able to put that in was Barr. Lily Bugs in the front court. 6:15 remaining in the first half. Bugs gets over to Asiasi. Now the Golden Eagles will reset. They want to slow things down as Hodges gets inside, backing on Laporte, and they call a double dribble. Say that she bounced it with both hands. So that's another turnover for Cal State LA. They have had a tough time with turnovers in this first half. That's the 6th turnover for the Golden Eagles. Chico State does have 7. As the game clock was reset, they're going to have to change that as it was just about 6 minutes remaining in the first half. 6:05 shows here on the live stats. As looks like we're going to have a timeout while the officials sort it out. So we'll be right back on Flow Sports with Cal State LA trailing by 6. So the officials waiting for the clock to be reset here, the scoreboard be reset with the score and the time. Just want to finish the thought on those remaining schedules. I talked about Sonoma State's remaining schedule. They play Cal State Monterey Bay and Stanislaus State at home. Then they finish at Chico State and at Cal Poly Humboldt. Cal State San Bernardino, by the way, their finishing schedule, they play Cal State East Bay and San Francisco State at home this weekend. Then they finish at Cal State Monterey Bay and at Stanislaus State. So a favorable schedule, very favorable for the Coyotes. So it's going to be tough for Cal State LA to catch them, especially if they don't win tonight. But Cal State Dominguez Hills, of course, Cal Poly Pomona and this Chico State team have already clinched spots in the conference tournament. Of course, the tournament is at the Sports Center at Cal State San Marcos. That is coming up March 6th through the 8th. Cal State LA hoping to be a part of that. And they can clinch their spot, as I said, as soon as Saturday. Surprisingly, when the Golden Eagles had that 3-game losing streak, that would tie their longest losing streak of the year. That was December 21st through January 4th. That losing streak they had, of course, February 1st through February 8th before they won their last 2 games. Of course, they had a season-high 5-game winning streak right before that losing streak, so they were really on a roll and just hit a tough stretch. And they recovered last weekend. We'll see if they can keep it going here, as finally the score is set and the time. Everything is back the way it was. And we'll get back underway here. 6:05 remaining in the first half. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, if you didn't hear, the Golden Eagles listed among the 10 teams in the first official regional rankings that came out yesterday. None of those teams are ranked yet, but they're one of the 10 teams listed. Chico State, surprisingly, not listed among those 10 teams. So, as I said, a ton to play for, as Chico State has to be just barely on the outside looking in of those 10 teams. It's only the 8 teams that get into the West Regional after the conference tournament. The 3 automatic bids from the 3 conference tournament winners and 5 at-large bids. Of course, the winner of the CCAA conference tournament gets one of those at-large bids. As that one knocked out of bounds, will stay with Cal State LA. But every other year you'd say, boy, that several teams have a chance for that conference tournament. But I'm just being honest. It's hard for me to figure anyone else other than Cal State Dominguez Hills winning that conference tournament. They are going to be as heavy a favorite as we have ever seen. As that's a 3-pointer by Fidelis. Of course, you never know what happens. Basketball, among with other sports, is a funny game. But as I said, if Cal State Dominguez Hills does not win the conference tournament this year, it would be a huge upset. I am having trouble finding where they're going to lose another game before the postseason. As that one's out of bounds, thrown away, so Cal State will get it back. In fact, I'd go as far to say as they should be considered the favorite to win the national championship this year. They are that good. And Cal State LA found that out in person a couple of times here this season. As the Golden Eagles can tie the game here on this 3-pointer, that's no good. And now Chico State in the front court gets it over. And underneath, that shot missed, but a foul called. So they leave the foul on Ronnie Jackson. That'll be her 3rd foul. So she's going to have to come out as Mary Cotton will come in. And it'll be free throws for the Wildcats when we come back from this media timeout. 4:50 remaining in this first half. Cal State LA has cut the deficit to 32-29. This is Cal State LA women's basketball here on Flow Sports. .450 remaining in this first half. Cal State LA trailing by 3. I mentioned the Golden Eagles defense really being tested by Chico State. Give you an idea of how good Cal State LA's defense has been this year. They only give up 63.3 points per game, which is 4th in the conference. They only allow 36.4% field goal percentage. That's third in the conference. And their 29.2% three-point percentage defense is sixth in the conference. Of course, their main defensive weapon is the block shot. They average 5.39 block shots per game, which is not only first in the conference, it is fourth in the nation. Of course, Chico State, their outstanding offense, they're very good from long range, as that free throw is good. In fact, the Wildcats 11th in the nation in three-point percentage, but they don't take that many. Their 4 in 22 attempts are 8th in the conference. And you can see tonight why they don't take very many, as they have been attacking the paint endlessly in this game, as Hodges knocked down and a foul called. So ball to bounce. So now a long shot is good. Long two-pointer by Asiasi. Or pardon me, Fidelis with it. So Fidelis with the jumper makes it 34-31. As coming the other way, Allred pulls up for three. That's no good. Rebound off. Cotton tried to get it, but it goes off to Asiasi. Golden Eagles again with a chance to tie with a three. Asiasi hesitation move all the way to the basket. Puts it up and in off the glass. So Asiasi didn't get stopped, and she drives all the way for her first basket. Makes it 34-33. 1 point game as the fans call for defense. Nice turnout here on this evening school night here. Is that three-pointer up and good? Big answer by Clifton. Clifton have a big second quarter. She's up to 9 points in the quarter. 12 in the game as Asiasi, misses that. Hodges tipped it out. But Chico State gets it by Lily Buggs. Runs down the loose ball in the backcourt. Nice job by Buggs. We'll give Cal State LA another chance as Buggs gets it off, and now Asiasi will settle things down with 3.5 minutes remaining. Into Buggs. Buggs around two defenders, left-hander. Wild shot, not close. Buggs kind of wincing, holding her side as she goes back on defense. Now wide open is Mahalik, in and out on the three. Hodges gets the rebound. Now Asiasi in the front court. Or pardon me, Fidelis. And Fidelis will slow it down. So Hodges to set a screen with 3 minutes remaining in the half. Fidelis tried to dump it in low. It was kicked by Allred. So that'll reset the shot clock to 20. Now be ball to bounds for Cal State LA. Of course, I mentioned the Wildcats not shooting many threes. They only make 6.5 threes per game, which is fourth in the conference. Cal State LA actually makes more. They make 7.33 threes per game, which is second in the conference. But their main three-point shooter has been out of the game with foul trouble. That is Amaya Fuentes, who went out of the game early. If you're just joining us, less than 2 minutes in the game, she got 2 quick fouls. She went out of the game. She has not been in since. So Torino Johnson's going to save her, obviously, to the second half. So the Golden Eagles trying to stem the tide here until she comes back in. As that's thrown away, and that's a big call. As Buggs stepped in the way there and gets called for the foul. That's the third foul on Lily Buggs. So she's going to have to go to the bench. 15th foul, so that'll be free throws. As coming into the game for the Golden Eagles, number 2 is Shari Cassell. Cassell, 5'6" sophomore from Eastvale. Transfer from Orange Coast College. We'll finish the half here with 2:46 remaining. Now both Buggs and Fuentes on the bench with 2 fouls for Fuentes. As that free throw up and good. Second free throw also good by Allred. Chico State's been outstanding from the free throw line as advertised. And it's a 6-point lead. So this is deja vu from the Cal Poly Pomona game as an elbow of 16-footers short. And now the rebound of the Wildcats, where both Fuentes and Buggs were out because of foul trouble. Up and under by Aragon. She missed the shot. Great defense there by Hodges. Here comes Asiasi quickly in the front court. Asiasi, tried to throw it underneath to Cotton. Cotton thought she was shooting. Asiasi should have shot the ball. I want a turnover there. Gives it back to the Wildcats. 2:20 remaining in the first half. Now Allred under full court pressure. Gets it up. And it'll be brought quickly in the front court. by Chico State. Up near half court, Mahalik gets it over to Oregon. Now up top with it, Allred. Triple team. Kicks out to Laporte, 10 on the shot clock. Guarded by Cotton. Now Mahalik with 6 on the clock. Now three-pointer by Allred on the wing. In and out. Rebound to Hodges. So an open look there for the Wildcats. Just couldn't get it to go in. And now Fidelis will slow things down with 1:45 remaining in the first half. Fidelis directing traffic. Cotton, who had a great start. They haven't gotten to the ball since. Now in low, Cotton calling for it. They can't get it to her. They get it to Hodges instead. On the baseline, throws out Cotton. She'll pull up for a 3 on the wing. That's way long. Hodges tried to get the rebound, couldn't get it away from Allred. Now Chico State in the front court. This one whipped underneath Mahalik. Wild shot, no good. Asiasi with the rebound. So that one rushed. Now Fidelis in the front court. Fidelis will slow things down. Golden Eagles will run some offense. As now a spin move by Fidelis around a screen. And Allred knocks down Hodges and commits her second foul. So that's just the third team foul in Chico State. That'll be ball out of bounds with 1:02 remaining in the half.
Number 3, Jordan Allred, second personal.
So number 13, Maya Blake coming in for Cal State LA. This is a rare appearance indeed for Blake. 5'11" freshman from Los Angeles. This is only her 12th game of the year. She only averages 4 minutes a game. She usually only comes in at the end of games that aren't close. But she's in there now getting a look here by Trino Johnson. As Fidelis step back, 15-footer, no good. Nice rebound by Cotton. And she's undercut by Laporte. So Laporte with the first foul. Fourth team foul, so they'll be ball out of bounds. So Cotton, nice effort there. Ball will now be inbounded by Fidelis. Or Asiasi to Fidelis. Now over to Cassell. Cotton looking to drive. Pulls back instead for an 18-footer in and out. But Blake gets the rebound. Good job. Get around Oregon. Now the Golden Eagles will get another opportunity. So now Asiasi kicks it out. Fidelis looking to drive with 6 on the clock. Underneath, gets it, through the legs of Blake, out of bounds. Pass was too low. Didn't come up for Blake to get it. So Chico State, 25.5 seconds left. They can hold for the last shot. Golden Eagles will apply full court pressure. As now dribbling in the front court is Mahalik. Mahalik with 20 seconds. Guard out there by Fidelis. Now putting on pressure. Golden Eagles have to be careful. They're out of fouls. Allred left wide open on the wing for 3. That's no good. Rebound, the Wildcats go to the Oregon. Pulls up. That 3 no good. A third chance for Chico State. And that one misses. And Cotton gets the rebound, and that ends the half. Boy, the Golden Eagles dodged a bunch of bullets there at the end of the half. As the Wildcats had 3 shots at it. Couldn't get it to go in. And that ends the half with Chico State up by 6. So Chico State, boy, the theme of that first half, they attacked the basket nonstop. And the other theme was they attacked the Golden Eagles in transition constantly, getting the ball up the court quickly and testing that Cal State LA transition defense. Golden Eagles had trouble adjusting to it, but they finally did after the first quarter. Chico State not quite as successful offensively in the second quarter, but the Golden Eagles still down 6 at halftime. We'll see if they can make more adjustments at halftime and really pick up their defense. As for now, Cal State LA down 39-33. I will take a break. I'll be back in a while with scores of other games, first half stats, and the beginning of the second half. This is Michael Nemitz from University Gym in this gigantic game with regional implications. Cal State LA trailing by 6 here on Flow Sports. Hello and welcome back to halftime here at University Gym, where Cal State LA is trailing Chico State 39-33. Michael Nemitz here with you on this Thursday evening. It's alumni night here at Cal State LA, so previous alumni, I'm sure, invited back to attend the games tonight. Nice presentation at halftime for Cal State LA, getting the Director's Cup for having the most successful program in the CCAA on the national level last season in the 23-24 year, as far as teams making the postseason and winning championships. Of course, the Golden Eagles women's volleyball team won their first ever national championship, and other teams along with the Cal State men's basketball team who hosted the West Regional, and the men's soccer team that made the Elite Eight, among the many successful programs last year for Cal State LA that led them to win that Director's Cup for the first time ever. So nice presentation there with the conference commissioner here in attendance, giving out that award. Anyway, let me get you scores of other games quickly here around the conference. Cal Poly Pomona up 26-25 at halftime over San Francisco State. Of course, the Golden Eagles will be rooting for San Francisco State to lose that game, as they're 3 games ahead of the Gators. They said that's one of the teams the Golden Eagles would need to lose in order to help clinch a spot in the conference tournament. The other one is Cal State East Bay. They're trailing 39-30, or pardon me, they're tied 39-39. Cal State San Bernardino, they just started the second half. So they have another team that's at 3 games behind Cal State LA. Sonoma State, by the way, is leading Cal State Monterey Bay 37-26 at halftime. Of course, Sonoma State is tied for 5th with Cal State LA. Cal State San Marcos up 31-27 over Stanislaus State. They just started the second half of that one. And the big game, Cal State Dominguez Hills up 34-27 at halftime over Cal Poly Humboldt. Cal Poly Humboldt, they said, just 2 games behind Cal State LA in 7th place. We will see the Jacks on Saturday, but that's a game so far they've kept close against the behemoth that is Cal State Dominguez Hills. Look at the halftime stats. There's a definite story in that half. Golden Eagles only shot 37%, 14 of 38. The Wildcats 11 of 32, 34.5%. Golden Eagles 5 of 13 from deep. Wildcats 5 of 12. But a constant theme, of course, was the free throws because of what Chico State did. Chico State 12 of 13 from the free throw line. Cal State LA did not attempt a free throw in the first half. And that's because the Wildcats were constantly going to the basket all half long and drawing fouls. The rebounds were even at 23. The turnovers, though, really helped Cal State LA. Even though both teams had 9 turnovers, Golden Eagles had an 11-2 edge in points off turnovers. So that really helped them. They also had a 13-0 edge in bench points. So the bench, led by Mary Cotton, really came up big. But the Wildcats had a 12-6 edge in points in the paint. As far as individual scores, the Wildcats didn't have many, but they were effective. Laporte had 16 points. 12 points for Clifton and 6 rebounds, 6 points for Allred, and 4 points for Aragon, 1 point for Mahalik. 3 blocks, by the way, for Aragon as well. For Cal State LA, they were led by Sophia Fidelis, who had 12 points, and 10 points for Mary Cotton and 8 rebounds. What a half for her. 4 points for Lily Buggs, again, who's in foul trouble. 3 points for Kira Walter, 2 points each for Olivia Hodges and Nevaeh Asiasi. Amaya Fuentes only played 2 minutes because she got those 2 fouls. So we start the second half. And Fuentes is back out there along with Buggs, as Chico State has the ball first. So Aragon gets over Allred on 3. That's long. Rebound off to Asiasi. Nice box out by Fidelis. Let's see if the Golden Eagles have a strong starter to the second half. As a follow-away 10-footer bounces around, no good. Hodges gets the rebound. Fidelis sets her feet, pulls up for 3. That's no good. And loose ball foul inside. And if they call that on Fuentes, that's her 3rd foul. They did. So now Fuentes with 3 fouls. Keep in mind, Lily Buggs has 3 fouls. So does Ronye Jackson, a reserve. So foul trouble really causing Cal State LA problems here. As the same 5 that started the game out there for both sides. Fuentes and Buggs out there with Asiasi, Fidelis, and Hodges. As Mahalik, 3-pointer straightaway, that's no good. Rebound off. So Chico State, I think, taking more 3-pointers than they usually do. But they've been successful going to the basket. As Buggs going to do that, she puts it up and puts it in. She drives all the way to the basket. So Buggs, her 3rd basket. I mentioned the role that Lily Buggs is on. As I said, averaging 19 points per game in the last 6 games. She's now 9th in the conference, averaging almost 14 points a game. As Allred shot rejected out of bounds by Fuentes. Will stay with the Wildcats. Kind of funny, her great run started right after I mentioned that how much all her career numbers are down this year. She's having career lows in a lot of categories. I kind of wondered why, what was going on. And since then, she has taken off and really stepped it up big time as Allred makes the layup, makes the 6-point game again. If I knew that was all it took, I would have said something in November. But anyway, Bugs with the ball now. Drives baseline. Now off to Hodges. Hodges underneath, lays up and lays in. Nice pass from Bugs. And Hodges with the finish. 4th point for Hodges. Back to a 4-point game. It's thrown away as Allred can't handle it. So the Golden Eagles are going to take advantage once again of a Chico State turnover. They did that very well in the first half. Now Bugs, who just got that pass away, drives baseline, whips it all the way out front to Fuentes. Now 3-pointer for Fuentes, Fidelis had it. No good, Hodges with the rebound, and she is tied up by Mahalik, but the possession will give it back to Cal State LA. Of course, no surprise the way Chico State had that scoring in the first half. They have 3 scorers who are in the top 10 of the conference in scoring, so they don't exactly have a ton of balance, but those 3 players really lead the way, and they certainly led the way in that first half. Of course, I'm talking about Laporte and Aragon along with Allred, as Hodges missed the shot, but she got the rebound and was fouled. So the foul on Clifton, her first. Let's see if they do say that was on the shot, so not on the rebound. So it'll be 2 free throws for Olivia Hodges. I mentioned Hodges' week last week. By the way, this is the first free throws of the game for Cal State LA with 2 minutes into the third quarter as Hodges makes the free throw. So the Golden Eagles finally get to the line. Hodges played 41 minutes, by the way, in that Stanislaus State game where she had 19 rebounds, had that double-double. She also, 13 points, 8 rebounds. She was 6 of 8 from the floor against Cal State Monterey Bay, so very efficient. She makes both free throws to once again make it a 4-point game. Of course, Hodges has been outstanding from the line this year, 68%. Golden Eagles 69% as a team, as their percentage has dipped lately. Now Laporte, all the way shot rejected, out of bounds by Hodges. So Hodges gets the block, 14 seconds on the shot clock, 7:41 remaining in this third quarter. Golden Eagles have cut it down to 2. I think I said 4 a minute ago, I apologize, 2. Mahalik gets it over to Allred, running 15-footer, no good. Rebound off to Hodges. So Hodges piling up the rebounds. Bugs looking to push in the front court. Golden Eagles looking to tire, take the lead. Fidelis on the fake. Tough 12-footer, she knocks it down. Sophia Fidelis with the jumper. She's up to 14 points, and we are even, 41-41. Golden Eagles have finally caught the Wildcats. Now Laporte on the fake, drives through the defense all the way underneath, puts it up and in with the left hand. It's a nice fake and drive by Laporte. Laporte now up to 18 points. As a long 3 by Fuentes, that's not close. So an ill-advised quick shot there. Now the other way come the Wildcats. Allred, she's open. She'll take a 3 and she'll hit it. So the ill-advised shot on one end leads to the 3-pointer by Allred on the other end. And that gives the Wildcats a 5-point lead just like that. So that tie was short-lived by Cal State LA. As Asiasi whips over to Fidelis. In low to Hodges, double team. Hodges all the way to the basket, shot rejected by Aragon. So Aragon knew that move was coming as Clifton runs through Bugs. And if they call that on Bugs, that's her 4th foul. And that's the way it's going to go. So Lily Bugs picks up her 4th foul. Huge moment there. With 6:21 remaining in the third quarter, she's going to have to come out. And Ronye Jackson will come in with 3 fouls. So that'll be 2 free throws for Clifton. Clifton who had a big first half herself with 12 points going back to the line. So with 6:21 remaining, mark that down. Lily Bugs out of the game with 4 fouls. We won't see her again probably until the fourth quarter. That is a huge loss for Cal State LA. As Clifton looking to make it a 7-point lead. And she does. So Clifton makes it 48-41 as Asiasi will bring it in the front court. Let's see where the Golden Eagles turn for offense with Bugs on the bench. Fuentes still has not scored yet. Now Fidelis driving inside. Nowhere to go. Kicks out. Jackson fakes a three. Drives toward the paint. Off to Hodges. Hodges with the drive. Kicks it back out. Jackson pulls up for a three in front of the Golden Eagle bench. No good. Hodges tried to get the rebound. Couldn't get it. Now diving on the floor. A couple players trying to get it. It's a tie-up. This time possession will give it to the Wildcats, though. Nice effort by Hodges. She really battled to try and get that loose ball. She did force that tie-up. So Chico State scoring the last 7 after Cal State LA had tied it. As coming back in for the Wildcats is Wu. Mahalik will get a breather. So now full court pressure from Asiasi. Of course, Wu, one of those players I mentioned. 9 players for Chico State played in every game this year. As, the layup missed by Allred. She got by Jackson all the way to the basket. Just couldn't convert. Now Fidelis, lost it, stumbled. And that one goes out of bounds. We'll go to Cal State LA. I think that might have gone off Fidelis. Break there, and that Laporte tried to save it. Thought if she let that go, that would have gone to Chico State. But instead, it'll go to Cal State LA. As Asiasi gets to Fidelis. Nowhere to give it to. So she'll drive all the way, fall away, tough 10-footer. She knocks it down. So Fidelis falling out of bounds. Knocks down a tough jumper. She's up to 16. Remember the last time these teams played, Fidelis had a career game. So she loves seeing Chico State. As Laporte all the way lays up, blows the layup. But Aragon tips it over to Allred, who puts it in and the foul. So if that calls on Fuentes, that's her 4th. Let's see who they give this to. No, it's Asiasi. So Asiasi, her 2nd foul. So Hodges will come out, Mary Cotton will come in. Allred looking to complete the 3-point play. As I said, though, Fidelis had an incredible game against Chico State. You may remember in that 76-62 loss, she had 30 points. She was the Golden Eagles offense in that game. Nobody else really did anything offensively for Cal State LA. Is that thrown right to Torino Johnson, and he's not eligible for it. So a turnover will give it back to Chico State. We come back for this media timeout. 4:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Cal State LA, after tying it, suddenly is down 8 points, down 51-43 here on Flow Sports. .458 remaining in this 3rd quarter. I mentioned that game that Cal State LA had against Chico State on January 25th. In that game, Sophia Fidelis had 30 of the team's 62 points. Lily Buggs actually only had 4 points in that game. She really struggled. Aragon led the way for the Wildcats with 25 points, 11 rebounds. Laporte had 18 points in that game. And Allred had a career game. She had 13 rebounds, which was a career high, and 6 assists, which was also a career high. So the 3 stars for Chico State really showed up in that game. As in the front court come the Wildcats and Wu. So Wu out there with Allred, who has it now all the way to the basket. Speaking, she missed that shot. It's tipped away out of bounds. We'll go to Cal State LA. Out there with Laporte as well, and Aragon and Clifton. Or pardon me, Cresswell in there. So Cresswell instead. Cal State LA has Mary Cotton out there with Fidelis and Rania Jackson and Maya Fuentes and Neve Asiasi. Asiasi on the near side here by herself gets the ball now. Looking at Fuentes. She'll pull up from 16 instead. No good. 2 Golden Eagles fight for the rebound. Ronye Jackson put up a wild shot there. She was underneath the basket. Didn't need to do it. As a near travel, Wu will bring it to the front court. Now on the far side, Allred gets to Laporte wide open for 3. And that one no good. Fuentes lost the rebound, goes out to Fidelis. Up at Asiasi. Asiasi 2-on-2. Little running 5-footer. Didn't hit the rim. Boy, Asiasi somehow way off on that shot. Nice drive. Laporte gets it over. Now good ball movement. 3-pointer. That one no good. Almost banked in by Cresswell. Now Cal State LA coming the other way. Asiasi after Fuentes. She'll pull up for a wing 3. That's short. So the action again, fast and furious, back and forth. And a tie-up called. Good job there by Cotton. A possession arrow will give it back to Cal State LA. So Asiasi will come out, as will Ronye Jackson. So Shari Cassell will come back in for the Golden Eagles along with Kiera Walter. 3:35 remaining in the third quarter. Golden Eagles trying to cut into this deficit by the end of the quarter. Turnaround, tough 7-footer is good by Fidelis. So Fidelis again seems to be carrying the offense just like she did up in Chico a couple weeks ago, down to a 6-point game. She's up to 18 points now, 18 of the 45. As pull up 18-footer, that's no good. Rebound, oh, Fuentes, nice box out, but she didn't grab the ball. Ryan Laporte to get it. Now Wu will reset. Tough break there. Now Laporte gets it over. Wu doesn't hesitate, pulls up for 3, no good. Walter at the rebound. Cal State looking to push it ahead. Walter with a defender on her hip, Clifton, gets over to Cassell. Now the Golden Eagles will reset. Now Fidelis pulls up straight away for 3 off the screen from Fuentes, no good. So neither team able to knock things down from long range. Both teams struggling in this quarter from deep. Clifton underneath all the way to the basket. Oh, she blows the layup. Went a little too fast there. Now Fidelis kicks it out. Cotton, oh, shot rejected. Cotton gets it back, goes to the basket, lays up, lays it in. Nice stick-to-itiveness by Cotton as she got it off the block. Gets her first basket since the first quarter. Makes it 51-47. Now underneath. That one is no good. Great defense by Fuentes. Here comes Cal State LA coming the other way. Now in the front court comes Fidelis. Fidelis with 102 minutes remaining in the quarter. Puts it up. 16-footer, no good. Rebound off to Cotton. Cotton all the way to the basket. Puts up, oh, no good. But she will go to the line to shoot 2. So the foul looks like it's on Aragon. First foul on Aragon. As Asiasi will come back in. So coming in for the Wildcats will be Ashley Barr, number 23, and Mahalik comes back in as well. So Mary Cotton to the free throw line for Cal State LA. Cotton, 83%, but she's only been there 12 times, 10 of 12 on the season. As a hush over the crowd, she knocks down the free throw. So Cotton up to 13 points. So Cotton can make this a 2-point game. So Cal State LA has scored the last 5 points. Looking to make it 6 here. And Cotton missed the free throw off the heel. So it stays a 3-point lead for Chico State. In the front court quickly, Mahalik around Fuentes. Underneath, boy, spinning all the way around. Nowhere to go. Gets out to Clifton. 3-pointer, no good. That was Barr. Spun all the way around and nowhere to go. Now in the front court, Asiasi. Asiasi, nice pass underneath. Oh, and Fuentes left it short. Nice play there by Asiasi. Fuentes couldn't finish. Now Clifton gets it off. Now Clifton pulls up for 3, gets it back, no good. And the rebound off to Cotton, but it was knocked away and stolen by Allred. So Allred comes from behind with the sneak attack and gets it. And now official stops the clock. I think there's an issue with the shot clock here wasn't fully reset. That's why they stopped play. Boy, both teams missing a lot of layups in this game. And I think the reason why is because of the frenetic pace. Going up and down like this, players not able to gather themselves like they normally would, kind of rushing things. And I think that's why a lot of layups are being missed, as more than you'd usually see by both teams. But this frenetic pace has really been something. It has been exhausting up and down this entire game. That's the way Chico State likes it. As underneath, Laporte gets the pass and puts it up and in off the glass. So Laporte did make that one inside. She's up to 20 points now. Back to a 5-point lead for the Wildcats. Now Cotton kicks it out. Fake shot by Cassell. And that one knocked away. Cassell tried to get it back, couldn't. Laporte gets it and calls timeout. So Laporte saves the possession for Chico State. So the Wildcats take the timeout, and we will take the timeout as well. With just 32 seconds remaining in the quarter, Cal State Early trailing by 5 here on Flow Sports. .32 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Of course, both these teams playing to secure their positioning in the conference for the conference tournament. As I said, though, this game has a lot more on the line than that, as this has huge implications for the regional seeding, with the Golden Eagles being included among the 10 teams under consideration for the NCAA West Regional, while Chico State was not included in those official regional rankings that came out yesterday and will come out again next Wednesday when the teams will be ranked for the first time. As full court pressure, nowhere to go, and a tie-up, I believe. And possession does give it to Chico State. But there's only 4 seconds for the Wildcats to get it across. 24 on the shot clock, as Mariah Blake back in for Cal State LA, along with Asiasi and Cassell. And Fidelis, that one thrown to the front court. And they're going to call the foul on Cassell. Tough break as she was trying to knock it away. So the Wildcats do get it past midcourt. That'll be ball out of bounds. 4th team foul. So Laporte will inbound it with 24.3 seconds remaining. 23 on the shot clock. So the Wildcats can pretty much hope for the last shot. As Barb gets over to Mahalik. That's what Chico State's going to do. They're going to hold for the last shot. And getting knocked down there. So Cassell knocks down Laporte. And that will be free throws. That's the 5th team foul. 2nd foul on Cassell. Officials are talking about if it's more than just a common foul. They're going to have the teams go to their benches. So Laporte went down hard. Didn't quite catch what happened, but Cassell ran into her and really knocked her down. So let's see what the officials decide here. With 13.8 seconds remaining, Chico State up by 5. Of course, I always do this when we play Chico State. I wanted to give a shout out, because I know he's watching and listening, to the sports information director at Chico State, Rick Hoskin. I want to say hi to Rick. He's been a friend of ours in the past, and I want to say hi to Rick. I'm sure Paul Helms, the sports information director at Cal State LA, would want me to say that. So I want to do that. And of course, I want to mention also Mike Baca, the great play-by-play announcer for Chico State down there, calling the games back to Chico. Nobody in Chico's listening to me. They're listening to Mike Baca like they should. The best play-by-play announcer in the conference as far as I'm concerned. I had a great talk with Mike before the game. Good to talk to him always. He's a big baseball fan and Dodger fan like I am, so we were celebrating and lamenting over the World Series of the Dodgers before the game as Laporte makes the free throw. So always great to see Mike. as he will be here for the men's game as well, coming up after this one, as Laporte makes both free throws. And so that gives Chico State a 7-point lead, as Asiasi in the front court with 7 seconds left. Gets over to Fidelis, now with 5. Fidelis with 3, a three-pointer to beat the buzzer. Off the heel, no good, and that ends the quarter. So after the Golden Eagles got within 3, Chico State ends the quarter strong and builds back a 7-point lead. So they build by 1, their lead they had at halftime. We'll see if Cal State LA has anything left in them for a comeback. We'll start the fourth quarter when we come back. Cal State LA down 55-48 here on Flow Sports. Michael Nimitz back here for the fourth quarter. Both defenses have really taken over this game. Chico State only shooting 30% for the game. Cal State LA only shooting 34% though. Golden Eagles 5 of 20 from long range. Chico State 6 of 20. Difference in the game though, without question. Chico State 17 of 18 from the free throw line. Cal State LA only 3 of 4. And it's a 7-point lead for the Wildcats. As Fuentes inside, little 5-footer, no good. So she got a good look, just couldn't make it. Lily Buggs is back out there to start the fourth quarter with those 4 fouls, by the way. Trio Johnson figuring it's now or never. As wide open in the corner, Laporte for 3, no good. Rebound off to Hodges. So Hodges back out there as well. As Asiasi looking to push in the front court, gets off to Fidelis. Fidelis on the drive. Pull up 10-footer, in and out, heart break. Rebound off to Clifton. And they're going to call Asiasi there on the bump, denying a drive into the front court. Third foul on Asiasi. First team foul of the quarter. So that'll be ball to bounce for Chico State. Just 39 seconds in this fourth quarter. So Cal State LA has made a couple runs, but they have not been able to overtake the Wildcats. They got even early in that third quarter, tied it at 41. But Chico State has responded each time Cal State LA has made a run. As in low, turnaround 8-footer, no good by Barr. Rebound off to Asiasi, looking to push quickly in the front court. Hodges out of the play. Now they have Hodges post up, get over to Fuentes. Fuentes over to Fidelis. And now looking in the corner to Buggs. Buggs, a quick three-pointer, no good. Rebound off to the Wildcats, so Buggs hasn't been in there in a while. Figured she'd get a shot up. Now the other way, all the way underneath Mahalik. Great pass to Laporte, who lays it up and in. Mahalik made that happen with the drive. And Laporte gets another basket. Puts the Wildcats up 9. As Asiasi whips it over cross court to Buggs. Buggs, little running 8-footer off the glass, no good. Hodges with the rebound, she lost it, but she was fouled on the floor. So that'll be ball out of bounds as the foul called on Laporte, her second. So Hodges has really put in quite an effort on the boards here tonight as she picks up another rebound. She has 11 rebounds now to go along with her 6 points. And 4 of those are on the offensive glass. As now out to Fuentes. Asiasi meets the ball at the free throw line. She loses it, gets it knocked away, gets it back. Off to Fuentes, back to Asiasi. 9 on the clock. Gets over to Buggs. Buggs, a 15-footer in rhythm. She knocks it down. So Buggs was able to step into that shot and knocks it down. For Buggs, just her 8th point. Makes it 57-50. As now Barr gets it over, and a wing three-pointer by Mahalik is good. Big shot there by Mahalik to answer. Only her 4th point of the game, but it couldn't have come at a bigger time. That puts the lead up to 10. as Bugs all the way to the basket, and she draws the foul on Barr. Nice job by Bugs driving to the basket. She'll get 2 free throws out of it. So Lily Bugs will go to the line for the first time. Of course, Bugs, one of the better free throw shooters in the conference, shooting 71% on the year. I mentioned the offensive role that Bugs has been on. Of course, she will be honored on Saturday as she misses that one on Senior Day. Just a couple seniors being honored. Gabrielle Ronas, who has not played since December, will be another one. But the Golden Eagles will honor those seniors, and Bugs will be the most foremost among them. She's had an incredible career at Cal State LA. She is near the top of the program leaderboard in a couple of huge categories in program history, points and rebounds being key among them, along with steals, near the very top of the all-time record books. And that'll be talked about on Saturday when she is honored along with a few other seniors. This one out to Laporte for 3, in and out. Rebound out to Asiasi. Of course, the good thing about this squad is that almost everybody is due to come back next year. Very few seniors for Cal State LA. As Fidelis underneath tried to get some room, couldn't put it up and in. She was underneath the basket. Now coming the other way, Laporte. And Fuentes makes sure to foul her. And she'll send Laporte to the line. 4th foul on Fuentes. But anyway, most of this squad for Cal State LA figure to be back next year. So the Golden Eagles should be one of the conference favorites once again. Of course, they were picked to win the conference this year, just like they were last year, and things haven't gone their way. Injury to Gabrielle Ronas not helping that. Of course, you maybe hope the Golden Eagles aren't picked to win the conference next year. It's been kind of a jinx the last 2 years. They've been picked to win the conference the last 2 seasons, and things have gone wrong one way or the other. But the Golden Eagles will be certainly one of the favorites, I'm sure, along with this Chico State team next year. As that one rolls around and out, so 1 out of 2 for Laporte. Rare free throw miss for Chico State. As Bugs goes the other way, tried to go up with the left hand. She got caught too far underneath. Here comes Chico State the other way. Of course, the 3 key players for Chico State, their 3 big weapons, including Laporte, are seniors, so they will not be back next year, as Laporte puts that one up and in. So Brian Fogel's going to have to recruit to bring in some new offensive weapons next year. He's going to lose a lot from this squad with those 3 players being seniors as Hodges traveled. So the lead now is up to 12 for Chico State, as this one's starting to get away from Cal State LA. In fact, that 12-point lead is the biggest of the game for the Wildcats. As now over to Laporte. 6:15 remaining, still time, as Fuentes gets the rebound off that missed 3 by Allred. But Cal State LA is going to have to start making a run right now. Ronier Jackson, Bugs on the far side. Jackson drives inside, kicks it to Bugs. She's open, sets her feet, pulls up for 3, and knocks it down. So Lily Bugs had time, and she gets it in. So Bugs into double figures. She's got 6 in the quarter, 12 in the game. And that one out of bounds will go to Chico State. So Hodges will go out. Coming back in, Cassell. Out there with Ronier Jackson and Asiasi along with Fuentes and Bugs. As that one fumbled away, and Fuentes will get it, so a turnover for Chico State. They have a couple subs coming as well, as they have Mahalik in there with Clifton and Aragon. Bugs, 8-footer off the glass, no good. Oh, Fuentes almost had it. Couldn't hang on to it. Goes out of bounds, will go to Chico State. 5:41 remaining in this 4th quarter. Of course, we have fans filing in for the men's game. Just as a reminder, the men's game coming up right after this one, scheduled around 7:30. Make sure you join me on Flow Sports. That is another huge game for the Cal State LA men, as Cassell with the reach in there. A little too aggressive. Picks up her 3rd foul. So that's a 3rd team foul. That'll be ball out of bounds for Chico State. So Laporte will inbound. Gets over to Mahalik. Mahalik guarded by Cassell. Now kicking it over. Clifton gets straight at Allred. Allred with the drive, loses it. Out of bounds, will go to Cal State LA. So another turnover for Chico State. That is their 12th turnover of the game. Cal State LA, though, has 13 is the problem. Golden Eagles still have a 13-6 edge in points off turnovers. Looking ahead of that. Fuentes in the corner gets it to Jackson. Little running 5-footer, no good. Rebound off to Clifton. So that's just the way it's gone for Cal State LA in this game. They've had a lot of good looks in the paint that have just not gone in. That one knocked away by Jackson, stolen. Bugs ahead of the play to Cassell. Cassell lets the defender fly by and puts it up and in. Nice look there by Bugs. And Cassell with the basket, her first of the game, causes Brian Fogle to call timeout. So we will take the break as well. Cal State LA down 63-56 with 4:55 remaining here on Flow Sports. .455 remaining in the game. Cal State LA still in this one, down 7. They have cut it down if they were down 12 a minute ago. So they scored 5 straight, looking to keep it going. Bugs out there with Cassell still and Ronnie Jackson. Nevea Asiasi and Amaya Fuentes. So Sophia Fidelis on the bench. Laporte out there under full court pressure. Out there with Allred and Mahalik along with Aragon and Clifton, the 5 starters for the Wildcats. No look past Aragon, lays it up and in. Nice play there by Allred. So Aragon with the basket as Fuentes puts it off the glass, no good. Bugs, great hustle there. Just couldn't save it, tough luck. As a foul being called. No, pardon me, just ball out of bounds. So the officials want to reset the shot clock here. 4:29 remaining. So Ronnie Jackson did get the foul. That's her 4th foul. So her and Bugs both have 4 fouls now, along with Fuentes. 3 Golden Eagles with 4 fouls. Fuentes not in the game right now. Bugs is out there. So is Jackson. Now Mahalik gets it over. Clifton on the drive, kicks it in the corner, Allred. 8 on the clock, loses the ball, but gets it over to Laporte. Laporte driving through the defense. Shot is deflected. Gets it back. Mary Cotton got a piece of it with 1. Shot clock runs out. Great defense by Cal State LA as they prevented Chico State from getting a shot up at the basket. Stripped by Mary Cotton there at the end. But a couple of shots bothered. That's a turnover. Golden Eagles are going to cut this back to 7. Cassell all the way to the basket. Stops on a dime. Runs through the defender, pulls up for a 6-footer, no good. Off the heel, rebound off to Laporte. And that one thrown away. Asiasi underneath there, Jackson, who lays it up and lays it in. So Chico State turns it over. Cal State LA takes advantage. Jackson gets her first basket of the game. Makes it a 7-point game. 3.5 minutes remaining. Now Allred gets it over. In low. Aragon can't find it, and she throws it into the bench out of bounds. Good double team there, Lily Bugs, along with Cassell. That forced another Chico State turnover. So 3:20 remaining. Cal State LA will bring it up. Trailing by 7. Cassell in the front court. Gets off to Lily Bugs, will settle things down. So Wildcats extending their defense. Bugs looking for a driving lane. Finds one finally to the basket. Lays that blazer with the left hand. So Lily Bugs with her offhand. And a foul called there. Again, Cassell a little too aggressive, trying to get the steal. So Bugs, after a slow start because of foul trouble, really has picked up in this fourth quarter. She has 8 points in the quarter. So now Cassell has 4 fouls. That's 5 team fouls. So that is free throws for Chico State and Mahalik. That's the last thing Cal State LA wanted to do if they wanted to come back here. So Mahalik at the line makes the free throw, 78% on the year. As I said, you don't want to send Chico State to the line if you're going to come back here. Chico State, the #1 free throw shooting team in the conference. And that one no good, but the rebound battled and Allred gets it. Now underneath Aragon. That one up and no good as well. Rebound off to Ronnie Jackson. Now here comes Bugs. Bugs full head of steam. All the way to the basket, gets bumped. No good, but she'll go to the line. Foul on Allred. So Bugs not wasting any time. That's what was needed. 2:40 remaining. So 13 foul on Chico State. Lily Bugs going to the line for 2 big free throws. So Bugs up to 14 points. She's 1 of 2 from the line, 6 of 14 from the field. Has 3 assists on the game in just 28 minutes. 3 Golden Eagles in double figures. Leading the way is Fidelis with 18, 13 for Mary Cotton. As that free throw is good. Cuts the lead down to 5. Now Bugs. Looking to cut the lead even further. And she rolls it in. So 2 free throws for Lily Bugs. Makes it 66-62. Oh, now there. Mahalik barely able to stay on her feet. Gets off to Clifton. Clifton off to Aragon. Aragon with 2.5 minutes remaining. Off to Clifton. So 66-62 Chico State. Now Allred gets out to Mahalik. Wildcats have plenty of time to reset. Now Laporte. Inside is Aragon. They try to get to her double team. Kicks it out. Clifton for a contested 3. She knocks it down. Big shot there. So Clifton with maybe the shot of the game makes a 7-point lead once again for Chico State. As Jackson gets in low to Cotton. Cotton backing in. Loses it on her hip. Now double team. Puts up an offensive foul as her elbow went right into Laporte. So that's the first foul on Cotton. So that'll turn it over with 1:56 remaining in this fourth quarter. As Ronnie Jackson will go out. Fidelis will come back in. Full court pressure from Cal State LA. As Mahalik, double teamed, gets in the front court. Now Allred has it deflected by Bugs and taken away. Nice defense there. Bugs knows she has to hurry. Looking to drive. Runs into 3 defenders. Kicks out to Cassell. Cassell will pull up for a big wing 3 and bounces twice, no good. Asi had the rebound, and they're going to call the foul on Mahalik. That's only the 14th foul, though. So that'll be ball to bounce for Cal State LA. Second foul on Mahalik. But Mahalik got the worst of that as Asi had the ball, went over the top of Mahalik. Mahalik trying to get it, went underneath her and got called for the foul. And Torino Johnson's going to call timeout.
Timeout call on the floor.
So we'll take the timeout as well. 1:31 remaining in this second half. Cal State LA still trailing 69-62 here on Flow Sports. 1:31 remaining. Cal State LA trailing 69-62. Ball out of bounds for Cal State LA. Aussie out there with Bugs, Mary Cotton, Cassell, and Sophia Fidelis. 5 starters out there for Chico State. All red along with LaPorte and Oregon. Clifton as well, and Mahalik. Ball into Bugs. Bugs looking to drive inside. Little running 6-footer is good. Nice soft touch there for Lily Bugs. Full court pressure again for Cal State LA. Looking inbound is inbounded. So Aussie actually out there double team Fidelis as they throw it up high and it's out of bounds. Allred couldn't save it. So the pressure defense works. And Cal State LA will get it back with 1:10 left. So Cal State LA trying to do the opposite of what happened to them in the Cal Poly Pomona game when they had the 6-point lead with 1.5 left and they let it get away. Fidelis all the way tried to force it, no good. Cotton kicks it out, it goes all the way out to Bugs. Pulls up for a big wing 3 and she knocks it down. Lily Bugs hits a big 3. Official stopping play here to wipe up the floor. So Lily Bugs really coming through in the clutch. She has 15 points in the fourth quarter with that 3-pointer. And she has brought Cal State LA as close as they've been in this second half, as it's a 2-point game. As they wipe up the perspiration, Bugs with 21 points now in the game. As again, there'll be full court pressure, still 59 seconds remaining. So obviously the Golden Eagles just need to play defense. They don't have to foul here, as they've gotten 5 points in a hurry. And now it'll be timeout will be called here by Brian Fogel. So he still has 2 remaining after this. That'll allow Chico State to bring the ball in the front court. They'll do it when we come back. 59 seconds remaining. Cal State LA trailing by 2 here on Flow Sports. .59 seconds remaining. Cal State LA trailing 69-67. Trying to make a comeback here for this big crowd here on alumni night here at University Gym. Of course, the Golden Eagle men getting ready to take on Chico State in the next game. They're ready to take the court after this one finishes. LaPorte will inbound the ball in the front court for Chico State, right in front of Brian Fogel and the Wildcats bench. Gets it in to Clifton. Let's see who the Wildcats go to here in this clutch possession. Now Mahalik with it. Oregon at the free throw line. And oh, she stepped on the half-court line. So Mahalik, a big mistake. Didn't know where she was. She stepped on the half-court line. That's an over and back. So that gives it to Cal State LA. 48.9 seconds remaining. What a big break for the Golden Eagles. As now Fidelis will come back in. Lily Bugs will inbound it right at half court. So Aussie will bring it up. The Golden Eagles can tie or take the lead on this possession. What a comeback effort here. Bugs gets it over to Cassell. Cassell looking to drive. No, she has Bugs inside. Whips it over to Cotton. Inside is Bugs. They can't get it to her. Now Aussie, 14 on the clock. Over to Cassell. Cassell driving toward the basket. Little wild running 6-footer, no good. Gets her own rebound. Nowhere to go. Brings it back out smartly. Now Aussie. Fidelis for 3 in the lead. No good. Bugs tips the rebound. Goes off to Allred. 15 seconds left. The Wildcats with it. Golden Eagles are going to have to foul. And Fidelis does commit the foul with 11.8 seconds remaining. So the Golden Eagles had a chance with Fidelis there to take the lead on that 3. She just couldn't get it to go. And now they foul Allred. First foul on Fidelis. Allred 75% from the free throw line on the season. Allred has made all 3 of her free throws tonight, and she makes that one. Chico State has been outstanding from the free throw line in this game. Allred, her first point in the second half. This is the big one to make it a two-possession game, and she does make it. So that makes it 71-67. Torino Johnson will call timeout with 11.8 seconds remaining. Golden Eagles trail by 4 here on Flow Sports. .8 seconds remaining. Cal State LA trailing 71-67. They're going to have to go quick here and get a quick basket. Doesn't have to be a three, but it has to be quick, whatever basket they get. And then they'll try to trap if they can get one, try and force a turnover or foul. As Asiasi gets in the corner, Fuentes pulls up for three. It is blocked. And Clifton gets it, and that should do it. The Wildcats have it in the backcourt. Golden Eagles foul, but there's only 3.9 seconds remaining as Cassell picks up her 5th foul. So she fouls out. So Fuentes tried to get a quick three there, but good defense in the corner by Chico State. So the Yeoman's effort by Cal State LA to make this incredible comeback will come up just short. And the Golden Eagles will suffer a big defeat here. As I said, more so for regional implications than in the conference. We'll see if the Golden Eagles stay tied for 5th or if they fall in the 6th place with this defeat. As that free throw up and good by Clifton. So Clifton with the free throw makes it a 5-point lead and a 6-point game. Golden Eagles inbound the ball. And Fidelis, the front court three-pointer will count if it goes. It goes at the buzzer, so that will count. But all it does is change the final score. As the final score here, Chico State holds on and defeats Cal State LA 73-70. Cal State LA falls to 10-9 in conference play, 15-9 overall. Chico State improves to 19-6 overall, 14-5 in the CCAA. They will stay in 3rd place. Cal State LA, depending on other results. And it looks like they're going to fall into 6th place as Sonoma State is going to win their game. And the even worse news, Cal State East Bay is losing, which is actually good news for Cal State LA. Cal State Dominguez Hills up 66-45 on Cal Poly Humboldt, so they're going to win. Cal Poly Pomona up 62-40 on San Francisco State. That's good news for Cal State LA as well. So all the teams behind Cal State LA are going to lose, but the Golden Eagles missed a big opportunity here to get a signature win that they might need to get in the NCAA tournament. We'll see where they're seated next week, though, and they certainly will need to win on Saturday to have any chance to stay among those 10 teams under consideration. Golden Eagles shot 34.5% for the game. Chico State shot 33%. Golden Eagles 8 of 27 from deep. Chico State 8 of 25. But the difference in the game, Chico State 23 of 26 from the free throw line. Cal State LA just 6 of 8. Golden Eagles out rebound Chico State 50-48. Chico State had 19 turnovers to only 14 for Cal State LA. Golden Eagles had a huge 24-6 edge in points off turnovers. And the Golden Eagles had a 20-0 edge in bench points. Chico State a 26-20 edge in points in the paint. Cal State LA also had an 18-8 edge in second chance points. Clifton led the way, Laporte led the way, 27 points for Chico State, 21 points for Clifton, 14 for Allred, and 6 for Oregon and 5 for Mahalik. 11 rebounds for Clifton and Allred, by the way. 4 blocks for Oregon. For Cal State LA, they were led by Lily Buggs, who had 21 points. Great fourth quarter. 18 points for Fidelis. Second great game in a row against Chico State. 13 for Cotton to go along with 14 rebounds. Big double-double. 6 points for Hodges, go along with 12 rebounds. 5 points for Asiasi and 7 assists, 7 rebounds. 2 points each for Cassell and Ronye Jackson. So that'll about do it for this first game. I will be back in about 15 minutes with the second game, so make sure you join me on Flow Sports for that. Our next game will be on Saturday at 1 p.m. when Cal State LA takes on Cal Poly Humboldt on Senior Day. Make sure you join me as Golden Eagles will honor Lily Bugs and the other seniors in their final home game of the regular season. Till then, this is Michael Nemitz. I will see you in about 15 minutes. Cal State LA drops a tough one, 73-70, Chico State. See you in a bit here on Flow Sports.